Good morning, students. In all the previous classes, we have talked about principles of inheritance and variation, about that monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, and deviations of Mendel's cross. They are incomplete dominance and codominance. And in the today's class, we are going to discuss about those topics, the MCQs based on those topics. Okay. Here I am having questions, and I'll send this PDF to you through your WhatsApp group. Those who are in the offline class will follow this. Okay. Seventh question is here. Organism of pure line is that which produces individuals of dominant character, recessive character, its own characters, intermediate type. If an organism is pure line, capital T, or small t, it is pure line. So it produces its own character. So which option? Third option. So okay. The organism with pure line produces its own character. Okay. Next. Mendel is famous for his work on first option Pisum, Drosophila, Neurospora, Oinothera. Pisum. Whereas Drosophila who work? TH Morgan. Linkage. Yes or no? Even Oinothera lamarckiana, evening primrose, it is also worked by this Morgan and Lamarck. Okay. Ninth question in here. The main reason for the success of Mendel was first option, study of all the characters at the same time, study of one character at one time, study of all plants at the same time, counting of plants. Study of, he has studied one character at one time. Okay. The next question, 10th question. The alleles are a pair of genes governing a specific character such as tallness or dwarfness, multiple forms of genes governing eye character, genes present in allosomes. Which option? A pair of genes. A pair of genes means what? Multiple forms of genes. The alternative form of a gene is known as allele. That means a gene exists in two or more forms called a pair of genes governing a specific character such as tall. A pair of alleles there actually. Yes or no? Not even multiple forms of a gene. Actually, it should be alternative form of a gene. Okay, make correction there. Next, an allele is said to be dominant if first option, it is expressed only in heterozygous combination, it is expressed only in homozygous combination, it is expressed both heterozygous and homozygous. Third option, yes or no? Close the answers. So which option here? Third option is correct. Last option, it is expressed in second generation. No, it is expressed in both homozygous and heterozygous condition. Okay, the next one. What is the correct sequence of following events? Formation of chromosomal theory of heredity, experiments which prove DNA is the hereditary material, Mendel's laws of inheritance discovery. Third option, first one, Mendel's laws of inheritance, formation of chromosomal theory, and experimental proof of DNA as a hereditary material. Third option is correct. Now, when a true breeding pea plant that has yellow seeds is pollinated by a plant that has green seeds, what is the F1 plant? Then all the F1 plants have yellow seeds. This means that the allele for yellow is dominant. Yes or no? Why? Because all the F1 individuals are heterozygous dominant and then the yellow is dominant. An organism's genetic constitution is called as genotype. Yes or no? Genotype, phenotype, holotype they have given. Genotype means genetic constitution or genetic makeup is known as genotype. Now, an organism with two identical alleles for a given trait is homozygous. Direct mix these are. Okay. Segregation means separation, dominant and hermaphrodite. What are hermaphrodites? What are hermaphrodites? Both the sexes are present in a single individual. Monoecious or dioecious? Monoecious. Unisexual or bisexual? Bisexual it is. Yes or no? A bisexual organism. Okay, it is a bisexual organism. Both the sexes are present. So it is known as monoecious. Or it is hermaphrodite. Human beings are bisexual or unisexual? We are unisexual, yes or no? Sexes are separate. Next one, 16th question. What type of gametes will be formed by the genotype capital R, small r, capital Y, small y? Yes, this we have seen. So what are the types of gametes that will be formed? Here two different genes are there, so how we have to identify number of gametes? 2 to the power n. So 2 power 2. That means 2 into 2. That is 2 to 4. That means we need to get 4 different gametes. What are the capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Now, which genotype character an organism that is heterozygous for 2 genes? Yes, it is 4th option. The question, same question they have asked in reverse way. The dwarf plants of F2 generation is recessive, first option. When heterozygous tall plants are self-pollinated, then tall and dwarf plants are obtained. This explains. When heterozygous law, purity of damage, law, segregation of law, division also independent assortment. Pooja, Priya. See here, what they are asking, when heterozygous tall plants are these are heterozygous tall plants. It is undergoing self-fertilization. When it is undergoing self-fertilization, what it has resulted? Capital T, small t. That means capital T, small t, small t, small t. With it. That means it is monohybrid cross or dihybrid cross? Monohybrid cross. Based on monohybrid cross, Mendel has proposed. What are they? Law of segregation or law of purity of gametes and law of dominance. What is given here? Law of purity of gametes, segregation. Segregation of law they have given. Segregation of law of segregation is there. Segregation of law is not there. So it is first option. Okay? Law of purity of gametes. That's what it is explaining. Even though they are present in a heterozygous state, they have not used or bred in India such that they are representing the tallness. Yes or no? Because of presence of 2 capital alleles, it is tall. Because of presence of 2 small alleles, it is dwarf. But because of law of segregation, they are not showing the intermediate character, but they are representing their dominant parent. Yes or no? Okay. Mendel's principle of segregation was based on the separation of alleles in the garden tree during gamete formation. If one more option will be given, meiosis. Okay. During gamete formation. And next question, which of the following is dominant character according to Mendel? See, I am reading the options here. Dwarf plant and yellow fruit. See, terminal fruit and wrinkled seed, white testa and yellow pericarp, green colored pod and round seeds. Green pod and round seeds are dominant individuals. The next one. In Mendelism, linkage was not observed due to mutations. If there is mutation, it may lead to loss of chromosomes or loss of nitrogen bases, independent assortment, synapses, and crossing over. Study properly. Once you think what is mutation, what is synapses, what is crossing over, and what is independent assortment. What is independent assortment? The inheritance of one character is independent to inheritance of other characters. But the reason for success of Mendel is that whatever the characters are there, there is no linkage group at all. Because of absence of linkage group, he has all the three laws are obeyed. Yes or no? It is because of independent assortment. Now see here, in Mendelism, linkage was not observed due to independent assortment. Note this point, okay? Next, 23rd question. Mendel's law of heredity can be explained with the help of mitosis, meiosis, both mitosis and meiosis, none of the above. Meiosis. A cross between plants having capital R, capital Y, and small r, small y, small y. Composition will yield plants with round and yellow seeds, round and green seeds. It will result in round and yellow seeds. Why? Because round and yellow are dominant. That's what. Now here, this question what they are asking means capital R, capital Y, cross with smaller, small y. Okay. So in this condition, if they are crossed, what is the F1 individuals? F1 individuals are heterozygous dominant, so they are round and yellow seeds. Okay. Now, the genotype of an individual is capital R, small r, capital B, small b. How many different types of gametes will be produced based on law of independent assortment? Gametes. How many two genes are there here? Two genes are there. Two genes means what is the formula? 2 to the power of n, where n is equal to number of genes. Yes or no? So 2 to the power of n means 4 gametes will come. What are the gametes? Same, just like that cross. Machine here, they are asking capital R, small r, capital B, small b is there. How many gametes will come? Here, two different genes are there. Heterozygous genes. So 2 to the power of n. So 2 in power 2. So 2 into 2 that is 4. Okay. What are they? Capital R, capital B. Sorry, no, capital R, small b. Small r, capital B, small r, small b. Yes or no? 4 gametes. Now, which of the following is heterozygous for 2 pairs of alleles? Yes, 2 pairs of alleles should be heterozygous, and this fourth option is in here. PR. Okay, it is heterozygous. In Mendel's experiment, nature of seed coat, flower color, position of flower, pod color, stem height, etc. are referred as alleles, genotype, phenotype, all the above. 1 minute. Once again, we shall read the question. In Mendel's experiment, nature of the coat, seed coat, flower color, flower position, and pod color, stem height, etc. are referred as alleles, genotype, phenotype, all the above. Phenotypes. Yes or no? The external appearance. A cross between homozygous recessive and heterozygous plant is called homozygous recessive and which cross? Pooja? Which cross it is? A heterozygous plant is crossed with its recessive parent. Then it is which cross? Test cross. Yes or no? Immediately don't go for answering. Okay, once read all the four options. Next, which question? 29. Cross between F1 plant and recessive female is called F1 plant and recessive female. Which cross? Test cross. And in F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio of 1:1:1:1 exhibited by dihybrid test cross. Yes or no? No. Which of the following depicts Mendel's dihybrid ratio? 9:3:3:1. Yes or no? That is phenotypic ratio. And next, in dihybrid cross, out of 16 plants obtained, the number of genotypes will be 9 genotypes. Yes, we have did know. In class, I have detailedly explained how many phenotypes are there, how many genotypes are there, and how many are parental combinations and how many are non-parental combinations or recombinations. Yes? Or how many are parental combinations? 10. Recombinations? 6. Pure homozygous offspring in a dihybrid cross in the F2 generation will be. That's what. Pure homozygous offsprings. Pure homozygous offsprings in dihybrid cross in F2 generation. Priya, it is easy, no need of referring. See? Pure homozygous offsprings of dihybrid cross in the F2 generation will be 1/16. See, it is 2/16. Yes or no? Dihybrid cross, remember? How many are homozygous one? They are representing these. The very first box. We have capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y. Remember, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. In the very first box, it is capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. In the very last box, it is small r, small r, small y, small y. Yes or no? So 2/16, that is 1/8. Done? Is that clear? So how many here? Pure homozygous offsprings are 1/8. Puja, done? In hybridization, capital T small t gives rise to progeny ratio. See. Once again, see. They are crossing the F1 individual with its recessive parent, that means you need to tell the test cross ratio, that is 1:1. So that's why while solving some numericals, don't hurry up. Wait a minute, take 1 minute time and then do. Okay? Now, self-pollination between capital T and capital T results in the genotype of. They are asking monohybrid genotypic ratio. They are asking monohybrid cross genotypic ratio. F2 individuals, what is the F1 individual when the F1 individuals are self? And what is the ratio? 1:2:1. Yes or no? See, while solving the genetic problems, don't hurry up. You will get the answer. You know answer pretty well, but you take time and do. Okay? Capital T, capital T, capital T, capital T. That means we are selling the F1 individual. They are asking the genotypic ratio, capital T, small t, capital T, capital T. Okay, so 1:2:1. Done? Now, the question is, Mendel crossed the pure white flower recessive pea plant. Pure white flower recessive pea plant with a dominant pure red flowered plant. The first generation of hybrid from the cross should be they are asking. The F1 generation's hybrid should be no. All are with red flower. See, I am getting confused. I thought 3:1. But according to non-Mendelian combinations in case of anti-rhinum species, pink color has been come. Yes or no? But it is not like that. They are asking. Mendel, they have given introduction. Mendel has crossed. Yes or no? So it should be all red flowers. Why? Because red is dominant. They have mentioned here that red is dominant and white is recessive. Okay, is that clear? Next. In a dihybrid cross, Mendel has used two such characters which have linked. He would have faced a difficulty in explaining the results on the basis of. That's what I have told you. Just now I told you why Mendel got success means because there are no linkage. If linkage is no linkage group, so he is successful in explaining law of independent assortment. So now you tell this answer. Tell here. If in a dihybrid cross, Mendel has used two characters which are linked. If they are linked together, then he fails to explain law of independent assortment. Okay? Then he might have failed to explain law of independent assortment if there are linkage groups in his experiments. Okay? Now, a cross between capital A format. Okay. Here I will put you. Here in question, capital A, small a, capital B, cross with small a, capital B, capital B. Okay. Following genotypic ratio will be obtained in the F1 generation. What are the alleles here? Capital A, capital B, small a, capital B. These two are the gametes. And here, what is the gamete? Small a, capital B. Yes or no? Now, see here. Capital A, small a, capital B, capital B. Small a, capital B, capital B. Yes or no? Okay. This one more will come. Then it will be same. It will come. Yes or no? So 1:1 ratio of capital A and this. 1 capital A, capital B 1 and small a, capital B, capital B. That is 1:1 ratio. Pooja, clear? The next one. A farmer crossed a walnut combed chicken with a single combed one and obtained all walnut combed chickens in F1. The genotype of the parents was don't go for all. You remember the monohybrid cross. Yes, it is B option. Yes or no? It is monohybrid. It is dihybrid cross. Even if it is dihybrid crossing, they are crossing. Always the parents are heterozygous or homozygous. Parents are homozygous. Yes or no? That's what the F1 individuals they are dominant. And next one. In sweet peas, genes capital C and small p are necessary for the color in flowers. The flowers are white in the absence of either of both the genes. What will be the percentage of colored flowers in the offsprings of the crosser? Capital C, small c, capital B, capital P. small c, capital P, small p. We have to work out all this. See the C beads with the genes capital C, capital P are necessary for colors in flowers. Now see here once. Look at the word. Now see capital C, capital P. Okay. The genes C and P are necessary for color in flowers. The flowers are white in the absence of either or both the color. That means if it is small c, small p, they are white in color. Okay. Either means at least one should be present. Okay. Now you count. So here they have given the question with these alleles into small c, small p, small, capital P, small p. What does it indicate? At least one dominant allele should be there for it to be color. Okay. What are the alleles here? Capital C, small p, small c, small p. Here, small c, capital P, small c, small p. So now, capital C, capital small c, capital P, small p. Capital C, small p, small. Small c, capital P, small p. Small c, small p, small p. So these three are colored because why? Because at least one dominant is there. Yes or no? But no dominant here. So here 75% are colored and one is white in color. Okay. Little bit they are time taking. That means you need to read the question properly. Okay. In a monohybrid cross, they have 120 plants obtained. There are 120 plants. The ratio of homozygous and heterozygous will be. The ratio of homozygous and heterozygous will be 1:2:1. That means these two are homozygous and these two are heterozygous. So capital T, small t, here capital T, small t. And so now 60:60. Done? Easy. You need to apply. If Mendel had studied the 7 traits using the plant with 12 chromosomes instead of 14, here P plant 2n is equal to 14. In what way it has interpretation have been different? He could have mapped the chromosome. He would have discovered blending of or incomplete dominance. He would not have discovered law of independent assortment. He would have discovered sex linkage. See, 14 chromosomes, 4 are 2. They are presented 2 differently. That's why he can able to explain law of independent assortment. But if there is no if that 14 chromosomes are reduced to 12, what might be happened? He would not discover the law of independent assortment. Yes or no? The more bits you practice, okay, then you will get confidence over the subject. Now, how many different types of genetically different gametes will be produced by a heterozygous plant having the genotype capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, small c? Yes. How many heterozygous alleles are there? In the given genotype, how many are heterozygous alleles? 2. So, what is the formula for counting the number of gametes? 2 to the power n. See, what is the gamete given? Capital A, capital B, small c, small c. are asking how many number of gametes will be coming. So 2 to the power of n, here n is equal to 2 heterozygous genes. So 2 into 2, that is 4. Yes or no? 4 gametes will come. Can you tell what are those gametes to me now? Capital A, capital B, capital C. Yes or no? Next one. Capital A, small b. Okay, small b, small c. Next. Capital A, capital B, small c. So no, capital A, which one? Small b, capital C. These are the gametes. Don't get tense. You will get the answers, but you need to take time, keep your concentration, and then Mendel's law of independent assortment is applicable for all genes in all organisms, all genes of a pea plant only, all linked genes only, all non-linked genes only. All non-linked genes. If the genes are linked together, they cannot be assorted independently. Yes or no? Once again, Priya. Now see here, if the genes are present very close together, that phenomenon is known as presence of 2 or more genes at the same locus is known as presence of 2 or more genes on the same locus is known as linkage. Yes or no? If the genes are linked together, they cannot assort independently. Assort means they cannot separate independently. If genes are located far apart, they can separated independently. Yes or no? Yes. Non-linked genes. These are linked genes. Non-linked genes. Okay. In a plant, red fruit is dominant over yellow fruit, and tall is dominant over shortness. If the plant with the capital R, capital T, small t genotype is crossed with a plant with smaller, small t, then what they are asking? Capital R, capital T, small t, crossed with smaller, small t, small t. Now here how many alleles will come? Capital R, capital T, capital R, small t. Here smaller, small t. Now capital R, smaller, capital T, small t. Capital R, small t, small t. 50% will be toxic grapefruit. Yes or no? Done? Is this clear? When a tall plant with round seeds is crossed with a dwarf plant with wrinkled seeds, then the genotype of all tall plants are round seeds. How many types of gametes a plant would produce? What they are asking? When capital T, capital R crossed with small t, smaller. Then the generation consists of tall plant with rounded seeds. Capital T, small t, capital R, smaller. Okay. How many number of gametes a plant could produce? Yes, it is producing 4 gametes. What are those gametes? Capital T, capital R, capital T, smaller, small t is capital R, small t is smaller. 4 gametes. Yes. Mendel did his experiment on Garden P, Pisum sativa. Mendel, how many contrasting traits are chosen by Mendel? 7 contrasting characters. 7 pairs. Yes or no? 7 pairs of contrasting characters. That means how many? 14. Mendel concluded experiment on garden pea for how many years? Hmm? Mendel has did his work on the pea plant for about 6 to 7 years. 7 years he did. Okay. Next, select matching. They have given here character, dominant trait and recessive trait. In that you need to match the incorrect one. Okay. Seed shape, round, wrinkled, correct. Seed color, yellow, green, correct. Flower color, violet, white color. Pod, constricted, full. That is wrong. It is full is dominant, whereas constricted is recessive. So fourth option is wrong. Mendel chose how many characters of flower of the garden pea for his experiments? Hmm? Mendel has chosen how many colors? Flower color, flower position. Yes or no? Flower color violet and white. Flower position axial and terminal. Yes or no? So how many characters of flower he has chosen? 2 characters. Yes or no? Option B. How many characters of flower he has chosen? How many characters of pod? 2 characters. What are they? Pod color and pod shape. How many characters of seed? Seed color and seed shape. Yes or no? That's it. And what? Height of the plant. 7 contrasting characters. Select a false statement of the following. Mendel's first time applied statistical analysis and mathematical logics to the problems in biology. Yes, Mendel's experiments has large sampling size which gave greater credibility to the data that he has collected. Yes, Mendel conducted artificial cross-pollination experiment using true breeding pea lines. What is artificial cross-pollination means? I'll come to there. Okay. Last option. Mendel has selected 14 true breeding plant varieties, a space which are similar except for 2 characters with contrasting traits. He has selected 14 true breeding plants or 7 true breeding plants. As space. That means missing here. Mendel has conducted artificial cross-pollination means, see, they are bisexual plants. Yes or no? Bisexual plants, there is most chance of self-pollination. So in order to avoid self-pollination, what he has done, he has cut the anthers. That cutting and removal of anthers is known as cutting and removal of anthers is known as emasculation. After emasculation, okay, and bagging needed. Bagging for self-pollination, emasculation for cross-pollination. So, which is the false statement? Mendel has conducted artificial cross-pollination experiment using true breeding pea plants. Not even artificial, see here. Mendel first time applied statistical analysis and mathematical logic to the problem. That also correct. Mendel's experiment has large sampling size. Correct. Mendel conducted artificial cross-pollination. Yes, he has conducted artificial cross-pollination. Even that statement also true. Why? Because he has by manually he has removed anthers. That is known as emasculation. Okay. Or sometimes speed killing these anthers by dipping in chemicals. Mendel has selected 14 true breeding varieties, 7 true breeding varieties. Okay. So next question. In Mendelian dihybrid cross, how many individuals are homozygous dominant for both the genes? in F2 generation. Only one, capital R, capital Y, only one is there. And in Mendelian dihybrid cross, how many individuals are homozygous recessive as small y, 1 out of 16. In Mendelian dihybrid cross, how many individuals are heterozygous of both the characters in F2 generation? 16 minus 2. How many individuals are? Let me see. How many individuals are heterozygous for both the characters in F2 generation? Okay, for both the characters they are asking. For both the characters means again we need to see that checkerboard completely. Okay, once check and okay, if you do that checkerboard, Punnett square you will get. Okay, and the next one. In Mendelian dihybrid cross, how many progeny in F2 generation possess genotype small y? Only one. How many genotypes are formed by Mendelian dihybrid cross? 9. 9 genotypes. The above diagram shows parental combination F1 generation, F2 generation. Taught. What is this cross? Monohybrid cross. We can say. What is this diagram? Direct question of NCERT textbook. It is explaining the test cross. Yes or no? For the identification of genotype of an unknown plant. And next one, next diagram, 60th question. What is this? Incomplete dominance. Yes or no? When a cross between red and white flowers is done, it results in which plants? Pink plants. Yes, pink flowers. And a diagrammatic representation of a flower was given. First one petals, third one leaves, stigma, seeds, anthers or stamens, these stamen is carpel. That's see here, cutting of these anthers, it is known as emasculation. Okay. A is male parent, B is B. Okay, B is female parent, and C. That's what according to the diagrams you need to identify. Okay, whereas D is emasculation. Yes or no? Female parent, male parent, transfer of pollen, removal of anthers is known as emasculation. Inheritance of APO blood grouping system is an example of. Here no option given, codominance. Multiple allelism, epistasis, partial dominance. So which option? Multiple allelism, first option. Genotype A blood group will be. Yes, IA and IO. Yes or no? Third option. Blood group B will be having alleles. C option. IB and IB. If one parent belongs to A blood group and the other with O blood group, their children possess possibility of blood groups. Only. Let me see. If one parent is A and the other parent is O. A and O. See here, IA and IA. One possibility, IA and small I. This is one parent, and the other parent is having which blood group? O blood group. That means small I and small I. That means their children, they will be having IA, IO from here, and small I, small. That is IA and small I. IA and small I, IA and small I and I. So in all these three groups, They may be having A blood group, but in India, O blood group. Yes or no? A and O. Next, which question? If a child has O type of blood group and the father has B type of blood group, then the genotype of the father will be. Child is O blood group and father is B type. IB, IO and IB. That means which option? C. He is not homozygous dominant, he is heterozygous dominant. That's why the child is O blood group. A person with antigens B in RBC and antibodies A in the plasma belongs to the blood group. Huh? A or B? Be sure. B. Yes. Always the blood group of an individual is represented by antigens present on the surface of RBC. Okay. RH factor may be responsible for. First year you have to study Turner syndrome, sickle cell anemia, AIDS, erythroblastosis fetalis. Erythroblastosis fetalis. D. A human female with blood group A. Yes, antigen A in the on the RBC and anti-B antibodies in the serum. RH antigen is named after rhesus monkey. Yes or no? Remembered? If one parent has A blood group and the other parent has B blood group, the offsprings will have. See here, if the parent have A blood group, IA and small, and the parent is having B blood group, then there is a chance of children being A, B, AB and O blood groups. See here, IA, IB and IA, IB. Male parent, if he is heterozygous. Female parent, if he is heterozygous. IA small I, IB small I. Then here IA, B, IA, IB and IA, I, IB, I, small I, small. So here what is the blood group? AB, A, B, O. Yes or no? So if the parents are heterozygous, if father is A and mother is B, then there is a chance of having children with all the 4 types of blood groups. Mendel did not recognize the linkage phenomenon in his experiments because characters he studied were located on different chromosomes. There are no linked genes. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So I need to continue. Okay. So almost all we have covered. Okay. Anyhow, we don't have linkage and recombination for this. Okay. With this, we will wind off. Practice the papers as many number of which you are practicing, you will gain more confidence. Okay. Tomorrow we shall continue with Mendelian disorders. Okay. All the best for your exam. Right well. Thank you.